Here is a 1979, 1980 blue-bladed Galaxy with the rounded blades. Not like the 1981 and 82 I got over there with the pointed tips, which is a very rare model. But this is the one prior to that. So let's go ahead and take it out and let's see what we're dealing with. And it's under the Lasko name, not Galaxy. All right, be right back. Okay, well, there it is. It's got the round blades. This is probably a later 70s to 80s model. I'm going to say that's a 1979, 1980. Around 79, they started the blue blades, and then they went right into the 80s with the blue blades rounded. And then around 81, 82, for a brief moment, for about a year or two, they made the other one that has the pointed tip blades. That's a 1981, 82. And this is probably a 1979, 1980. And we're going to go ahead and put this on the table, and let's hope we don't have no surprises like oscillating problems. Let's hope that it runs right. So just give me a minute, put you guys set up on the table, and we're going to go ahead and try to run it. By the way, this is the last vintage fan I'm getting for the collection. My room is full. So don't look to me to get any more vintage fans. That's not going to happen. Sorry to break your heart, but hey, I got more than enough vintage fans now in the collection. Okay, so I'm content. All right, so let's get this last one up and running. There you go. This fan is, I'm sorry, my bad. I never pay attention to that viewfinder. This fan is in absolute perfect condition. There's none yellow. There's no yellow about it at all. It's almost like they never used it by the window, or they had it in the right type of light so that it would never go yellow. It's not yellow at all. It's 100% stock white. It's like stark white. It's like snow white. It's just like if it's brand new. Let's hope it runs that way. Let's hope it runs that way. So the head won't tilt back any more than that. I do apologize if you don't hear the wind stream. Well, I'll have a better video of it real soon. Be patient. I'm going to run it. Be patient. I'm just trying to cut off some of the noise and stuff so we can hear it running, so be patient. I don't feel like editing this video. That's probably why y'all seeing all this, because I'm not editing the video. Not that I can't edit it, I just don't feel like editing it. Alright, so here we go. This is about the best I can do for y'all. I'm going to run it. Let me turn this fan off so we can hear it.
Tonight, fog developing overnight. Low 53. Winds north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tuesday, partly cloudy. High 68. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour.
Well, it does have a startup sound. It almost acted like it didn't want to start up on low, so I'm guessing I'm going to have to give it some oil. Probably in the front bearing. That don't sound too healthy. It's now getting up to speed, but like I said before, it probably needs oil. So the only thing I can do for it is give it oil in the front bearing. So I'm probably going to do that off camera. I'm not going to do that on camera. But we'll see how well it does just the way it is. And then eventually I'll give it oil. All right, let's see if this thing oscillates. I remember the last time when I got the other one with the pointed tip blades. Oh my God, the oscillation was terrible. Let's see if that's the same case. Yeah, it's making some kind of weird noise. So that's what you can come to expect when you get stuff like this. Oh well. I'm not Jordan. I'm not Tori. I'm not Esky. I'm not nobody that works on these machines like that. I just use it the way it is. Well, they did tell me that it makes a noise while it's running. So at least not eBay themselves, but the seller was honest with me and says that it makes a noise while it's running. And they're right. It kind of sounds like it just might be dry on the bearings. It just needs oil. And then it makes a weird noise when it's oscillating. But at least it's not oscillating like the other one does. That's just ridiculous. Okay. I don't really typically use the oscillation mode in the first place. Sometimes I do. Seems like it's starting to wake up. Although it still makes that kind of a weird noise.
center track forecasts were more accurate on average, and they were more consistent. They don't bounce around as much as the computer models.
See how good the spin down time is.
About that. Why do we need the humans if we've got
Well, it's pretty decent. It's a pretty decent spin down. It's a natural spin down. It didn't stop abruptly, so can't say that. But I mean, it can use some oil. It's not like it's totally dry. But that's to be expected. Anytime you get anything vintage like this, don't expect it to be perfect. It's not. It's not going to be that. It's never going to be that. You have to do some kind of work on it. You have to at least give it oil. They kept up with the aesthetics. It looks brand spanking new, no yellow, no cracks, no nothing. The problem is the previous owner did not keep up with oiling the motor and dealing with dust washers and all that crap. They didn't deal with any of that. So the simple fact that it works, I'm happy with that. But like I said, it can use some more oil. So I'll probably get some oil in the front bearing since that's the bearing that drives the blade, because the back bearing drives the oscillator. As you can see, it oscillates. I don't know what that weird noise was making it before, but it could be that cable that sits inside the neck part that might be causing that. But I'm not up on oscillators. I don't deal with trying to fix them and all that crap. I'm pretty content. It just needs some oil. I think once I give it oil, it'll be much happier. At least the front bearing will, because that's the one that drives the blade. So I'm gonna give it some oil off camera, and then I'll probably be back a little bit later and do another video. All right, there you go. There is my 1979, 1980 Lasko Galaxy with the Lasko badge, oscillating desk fan with the round blades. Royal blue. Thanks for watching. I'm on Man and out. So what I did was I gave it some oil, and now it's much happier. The oscillation is much better. And I had to take out these two little rubber feet that's on the bottom of the base. It has like 4 of them. However, 2 of them are missing. So that's one of the reasons why it was kind of off balance, because only 2 of these was in there, and I had to have all 4. And I don't know if I can order these things on eBay or whatever. They might have them. I'll see if they have them. You never know, they might have. Sometimes they come up with parts. So if I see parts, I can see that the little rubber feet for the bottom of the base, I'll try to see if I can order 2 more or something like that so it can be level. But otherwise, I took them out so that the fan can be level, because it's shaking all over the place because it's not level correctly. It's not even sitting up. So I took these out so that way it can be level. Am I going to keep them? Yeah, I'm going to keep them. Let's see if I can get 2 more to go with them. Yeah. All right, so there it is. My 1979, 1980 Lasko Galaxy, even though I don't say Galaxy. So I'm going to let y'all see it oscillate now. It oscillates much better. We're right up to full power. It does have a faint startup sound. There we go, oscillation. It's much happier now. Much, much happier now. Oscillation is good. You can't get no better than that. Especially all the other ones I got in the past, and it always didn't turn out so good. Okay. Spin down time is decent because I gave it oil. Spin down time from oscillation mode. All right, there you go. So I'm going to put it over there by the computer, and then you're going to see it a lot because it's going to get used a lot over there by the computer. And I still have the 1981-82. But I got to try to work with the oscillation on that one. I got to work with the oscillation on this one. And this is a 1980-81. Well, somebody corrected me today on Facebook. I think his name is Fan City or something like that. It's Only Fans or something like that. Only Fans or something like that, name of his channel. Anyways, he corrected me. He says, I don't mean to be rude, but that's a 1980s fan. Because remember I kept saying that this one right here was a 1977, 78 with an early look at the pointy tip. So he corrected me on that. So he says it's a 1980. So that means it was built in 79 and sold in 1980. This one right here was built in 1981 and sold in 82. Okay. However, this one is an earlier model. So this one right here is a 1980. but it was made in 79 and sold in 1980. Even though they look like 70 fans because they got the 70 blues, they only got the 70s style. So I think this one was made during the course of the 70s, but this one might be towards the end of the 70s, like a 79 with the rounded blades. And then it went into the 80s. And eventually it went that color. I think eventually it went gray or something like that in the mid-90s or something like that. I don't know. I know I saw one like that under the Dayton brand, and the blade was the same, and it had gray blades. Anyway, so there's that. Got my share of vintage fans, got my share of blue ones, including this Panasonic over here. And this is a 1970s Panasonic. It's probably a 1976, 77. Watch him try to correct me on this too, but this thing don't look like no stinking 80s. I can tell you that, bro. This is definitely a 70s fan. All right? That's what that is. It's probably like a 1970, it's like a mid-70s. Somewhere in there, close to mid to late 70s. 76, 77, something like that. Anyways, I got to try to fix the oscillation on the back of this thing right here. See, it's kind of messed up. When I first got it, it worked, but when I tried to pull it up to stop from oscillating, it kind of cracked or something happened. So I'm not up on oscillations, but I'm going to try to take a look at it and see what the problem is. I just need to be able to pull it up so it can stop. So anyways, it does oscillate though. So there you go. This is the end of all my vintage fans. I'm not getting no more after this. I'm content now. Now you can finally say that Lamont the Fan Man rent vintage. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Lamont the Fan Man and out. Here it is over here by the computer being used. There it is, y'all. A 1979, 1980 Lasko. It's like a transitional model before they went to that pointed tip blade design in the early to mid 80s. Oscillates really well. Since I give it oil, it's happy now, boy, that's for sure. Got that classic Lasko badge. There you go. Just wanted to show y'all I was working over here by the computer now. There it is. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Lamont the Fan Man and out.